Samudramanthan, what we all know as the churning of the ocean. But what if the story is not just about gods and rakshasas? What if it is about your own mind? Let's decode it philosophically. When you look at the ocean, it represents your inner world. It is your unconscious mind, your infinite potential, your hidden samskaras, including your past impressions, your mixed emotions, that includes both your good and bad. Inside you, there is both poison and nectar. The Devas and the Asuras, your inner forces. The Devas represent your higher qualities, discipline, clarity, compassion, and wisdom. The Asuras represent your lower tendencies like ego, anger, greed, and desire. Both live within you. And here is the deeper truth. Without inner conflict, there is no growth. Even your weaknesses participate in your evolution. Here comes Mount Mandara. The mountain used for churning represents steady effort, spiritual discipline, concentration. Without a stable center, the mind cannot be churned. Growth requires structure. The Kurma, the stable self. The tortoise incarnation supports the mountain from below. Philosophically, this is the Atman, your true self. It means your deeper awareness supports all your struggles. Spiritual growth requires grounding. There must be stability beneath chaos. Without inner stillness, effort collapses. And comes Vasuki, the life force. The serpent used as a rope represents your breath, your life force, your desire. When directed wisely, even desire becomes a tool for evolution. Energy is never the enemy, direction is. And then comes the poison, hala hala. Before nectar came poison. When you begin self realization, old wounds surface, suppressed emotions rise, ego resists. Growth first begins discomfort. Churning feels painful, but it becomes powerful. Shiva and the poison. Shiva drinks the poison. This means awareness absorbs negativity. Higher consciousness transforms suffering. You do not suppress poison, you contain it. Meditation is like holding poison in the throat. You neither swallow it nor spit it out, you witness it. And last, the Amrita, the nectar. Finally, the nectar of immortality emerges. It represents enlightenment, self knowledge, freedom from ego. True immortality is not living forever, it is realizing the internal self is within you. Samudramanthan is the process of churning the mind through discipline and awareness, facing inner poison to discover your immortal nature. There is no real external battle, it is internal duality dissolving. At higher level, the Devas and Asuras represent your mind. Ocean, it represents your consciousness. Churning represents awareness. The nectar represents the realization that everything was one. Let us see in the lens of women empowerment. When do women experience this churning most intensely? It is around the age of 11 to 16. This is the first major churning. This is the time when hormones awaken, identity begins forming, body image awareness increases, social expectations begin. So the poison here can be confusion, shame, comparison, emotional sensitivity, and jealousy. But if supported well, this phase produces self awareness, emotional intelligence, strength, and confidence. The teenage years are the most vulnerable years for a girl and requires more protection from the external and inner self. And next comes the marriage and deep relationships. This phase often brings the intense emotional churning because attachment versus dependency fight begins. Adjusting to new family systems, trust versus vulnerability, role shifts. So the poison here can be fear of rejection, loss of identity, conflict between compromise and self-respect. But the nectar can be mature love, emotional resilience, a clearer sense of self. Every human being carries both energies, masculine and feminine. When masculine energy, which represents structure, clarity, boundaries, and decisiveness, is either absent or overpowering, inner imbalance can increase. Too little structure creates confusion. Too much domination suppresses identity. Healthy balance reduces churning, imbalance intensifies it. Samudra Mantana is not a myth, it is your life. The ocean is your mind, the poison is your pain, and the nectar is your awakening, and the one watching it all is you.